Go.
Good morning and welcome to Healthy Habits with Michele. This is my guest and friend, Jackie Pepper. And I invited Jackie here because she has helped me tweak my home, enhance the elements of chi, which is energy. And there are very few elements that Jackie felt I needed, except the ones that I did need, I was missing. I didn't know this was my prosperity corner. I didn't know that was my prosperity corner, a corner that I never sat in. And with her suggestion, I put my desk there. And I'm making more money, and I feel more prosperous because it triggered that when I'm working, I sit in that corner, and it gives a container to my intention. So Jackie, what are the benefits of having chi enhancers in the home?
So thank you for having me, Michele. It's great to be here. And the chi enhancers we kind of worked on for you.
Yeah.
In the beginning, we were looking at the space, the home.
Yeah.
And then we started to add some of your personal elements for you in the space. So that's why you have two prosperity areas. Over here by the door, we were looking to do protection of money and career, because we talked about that. And creativity goes with career for you. And we did a bagua on the outside, bagua mirror. So that brings in the protection of others' energies, possibly negative. And it also balances the chi as a whole in the space.
And flowers.
Oh yes, we had your bouquet over in the money area that you personalized. And that's what I love about the Feng Shui I do. It really, I take the cues from you, I offer several suggestions, and Michele placed what felt right for her and the space.
And the important thing that I'm sharing as an astrologer, a numerologist, and a spiritual person is that all of the sciences come together in elements that make you have a better life. And the more simple we connect the dots, health, prosperity, relationships, and science, the easier it is to be happy.
Yes. Agreed.
So what do you think about corners that get stagnant? That was my concern.
Yes.
Whenever I said, I'm not using this corner.
So when we come in as a Feng Shui consultant, I come in and we're assessing the energy or the chi, as Michele mentioned, and we're really looking at the space. We're doing acupuncture of space.
Oh, I love that.
So what we're doing with the items that we've placed, it's kind of like the acupuncture needles that you're placing in the areas, whether it's the desk or the talisman over the door, and really it's creating that chi enhancement, the intention of what you want from your space. The first question, I think, if you remember I asked you, was what are the 3 things you'd like to have as a result of working together?
And I did say romance.
Yes, you did.
Recognition and vitality.
Love it, love it. And we covered that and then some.
That room I would have never known.
Yes, so we also did the relationship area where we opened up some of the chi. So when we're placing these items, we're basically saying to the energy, we want an opening of this space in this area, or maybe that it's flowing too much and we need to calm it down. In this instance, we came in and we opened things, expansion, I love that word, you used it earlier, and we're going to take that on. And really, you had an innate sense of Feng Shui. We talked about that because Michele has done so much of the work for so long. We really didn't need to do much other than a couple of tweaks with the desk move, your vase, some of the talismans we put up, the pairs of things.
Pairs, that was it.
That make
I
for like
romance.
Yes. And that creates the romance for you in that area.
And even changing my bedspread, getting new cushy pillows, 2 candles everywhere, setting the table for 2.
Yes.
Just being in the consciousness of coupling.
Right.
And that is something that I wasn't activating because I didn't know it was essential to bring in the attention on 2,
Yeah.
which allows me to have a relationship, be thinking of another person. Let's talk about money because everybody wants to know how to be more
Right.
successful.
Right.
So is there a specific, like,
There
this
is.
corner is for me,
Right.
but is there a general corner for people?
So this is also the general corner and the specific corner. You had both. This was your personal wealth corner. That was the house's wealth corner. So when we're doing Feng Shui, we're looking at the home, but more importantly for me, in classical Feng Shui, I'm looking at who is living in the home. So this is really personalized to Michele living here, not just anyone. But if we are talking about the generalized money or wealth area, we're walking through the front door and it's the far left corner of your home, as far as you can go. And we're placing things in that corner. And again, think of it like a tic-tac-toe board. Not so much in the corner, but like that corner square, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay?
And I put,
And that's what you enhanced.
and I, for
Yeah,
example,
tell.
let me just show you.
Sure.
I wanted to have some extra cash. So I have this piece of art which has money and an S and it's gold leaf. And I put it in that corner. I'm just giving an example of items that you can do to make your home more functional for your desires and your intentions. For example, you want order, you put a little desk here. But it all goes back to intention. Isn't that correct, Jackie?
Yes, intention is 9/10 of the Feng Shui law.
So you have to know what you want.
So you have to be clear about your purpose and direction, and clear on, let's say it's romance, what specifically are you looking for?
A good husband.
Right? So we talk about essentials that you want in that person that you're envisioning. So really we have to get clear about what we want first, and then those intentions get put into the space to create the chi enhancers for what you say you want in life.
Well, that goes along with astrology and numerology. Right now, as you mentioned, it's the year of the wood snake.
Correct.
And we have all 6 planets in Pisces, which is a water sign.
Wow.
So think about it. We have the wood snake
Yeah.
and all the water
Feeding that.
astrologically coming in.
Yeah.
So you ask yourself, what elements in my life do I want to grow? So I was thinking about that over the weekend, and I went to Lowe's and I got about 20 new plants, and I spent 5 hours coupling plants, colors, prayers, and now I have little vignette corners. I don't know if you want to have a minute
Yeah.
to see some of the work that we've done outside. I wanted just to see some of the highlights out here.
So this is where it all happens, Michele. This is the entrance to the chi. This is where the energy finds you to start. So what we did for Michele here is we asked to put a bagua mirror, which brings in, if you see the I Chings around that, that's bringing in all the energy for balance and harmony. So what we've done is we've started here at the main doorway.
And walk down.
Yeah, and Michele
Yeah.
has enhanced all of this with plant life and lights, activating the energy to find its way to meet her indoors.
And then I made this little vignette here to remind you that really there is no place like home.
Aww.
And when you sit in your little rocker and you look around, you feel so grateful that you have a sanctuary and a home. So having this little chair and a few plants, which I call friends, you can sit outside and commune with nature and relax. So it's always nice to have a place to relax outside as well as inside. I know that you care about nature, and the more you have a relationship with plants, the better your life is. For me, people are wonderful, but my plants really are my dearest friends.
I love that.
They're here every day
Yeah, they are.
They're loving me, whether
Yeah.
I care about them or not.
And I have to be honest with you, plants can give you the feedback that you're looking for. Am I tweaking the energy right? Well, when your plants explode like they have for Michele, guess what? She's doing it right.
My plants.
She's doing it right. If your plants are having trouble, you have to keep working at the shift in your
And
chi.
another thing I do every day, I blow the leaves.
I love that.
Some days I sweep, but many days I blow.
So the intention is there to keep the opening for the chi to come at any time.
And the blowing of the leaves, and it keeps your consciousness clear.
Oh, I-
please. I just sit outside and I feel so blessed that I have a little sanctuary, a little mini Selby garden.
You really do. And I have to say, Michele's energy when I first got here, before I did one tweak, the energy felt phenomenal. I even said to Michele, can I rent the space to come and meditate and escape from my family and come here? That's what a sanctuary. This place just feels so amazing. Thank you, Michele,
Thank you. I plant
a little bit each
just
day.
for example, this plant I bought for $4. It was one little stalk. And I water it and I say, good morning, Mama's boy. Look
Aw.
at Mama's boy. And Mama's boy never has even one yellow leaf.
I love it.
Because he's loved.
Yes.
And the love I give him, he gives me back.
Right.
And isn't that reciprocity, the law of
Without
reciprocity?
a doubt.
Having friends and having plants makes your life whole. It's very simple.
It's true.
And yet it's very essential.
Is that Michele is one of my best students, and being open to receiving what it is you say you want is part of it also.
In knowing clarity.
Right? And clarity. I agree wholeheartedly. So one of my best students and now one of my best friends, because we've connected on that level, tweaking the energy for Michele in the wealth corner, in the romance corner, overall protection, harmony, and balance of the space, and we supported your career and your creativity, and you're soaring like an eagle.
Thank
I love
you
it.
for coming to my home, to my sanctuary, and listening to my good ideas that I know will work for you because they're working for me. Thank you for coming, and thank you, Jackie.
Thank you for having me.